Detroit, Michigan, March 18. Head coach Jordan of the Butler Bulldogs reacts. Photo by Gregory Shamus, Getty Images. With just over a month remaining until Selection Sunday, Butler basketball remains firmly on the NCAA Tournament bubble. On the whole, the Dawgs might not be featured in many bracketology projected fields at this point in time, but they are consistently in the first group on the outside looking in. In our most recent bracketology field here at Busting Brackets, the Dawgs were the second team out of the field. In this, it is obvious that Butler needs to snag some wins down the stretch of their season in order to go dancing. And while the Big East might not be nearly as strong as it has been in the past, winning games is not easy. The conference might be the most competitive from top to bottom, as just about anyone could snag an at-large bid if they catch fire down the stretch, while the league could also be limited to just 3 bids. With a road matchup against Georgetown coming up next on the schedule, Butler basketball has a chance to not only exact revenge but also snag a much-needed win for its resume. The Hoyas might not be an NCAA tournament team at this point in time either, but they are not all that far off, and a road win over them would go a long way. With a win this weekend, Butler would move into the majority of bracketology projected fields, in my opinion, because other bubble teams would drop games. How, though, will they be able to leave the nation's capital with a win over Georgetown? Page 2. Use your arrows to browse Syracuse, NY, December 8. Coach Ewing of the Hoyas disputes. Photo by Brett Carlson, Getty Images. Georgetown has one glaring advantage on paper for this matchup, and that is free throw attempt rate. Thanks to the Hoyas' attacking mentality, they get to the foul line almost at will while also limiting their opponents on the other end. To this point in the year, Georgetown is averaging a 5.4 FTA advantage per game. This has been extremely beneficial to their success this season, especially when you consider they shoot a very solid 73.3% from the free throw line as a team, 80th nationally. Butler, on the other hand, is among the nation's worst when it comes to free throw differential. Despite featuring a couple of attacking guards and strong finishers, the Dawgs never get to the free throw line and commit more than their fair share of fouls around the basket. So far this season, Butler is averaging a -2.4 FTA differential per game, and this is not pace adjusted. It is definitely a weakness of the team that Georgetown will look to take advantage of. Also, considering this game will be played in Capital One Arena, it is reasonable to assume that whistles might trend in favor of the home team. And with how poor Butler already has been this season in the free throw disparity, they need to find a way to avoid contact and force Georgetown into tough shots away from the rim. This, though, is much easier said than done. Use your arrows to browse.